All right, what's going on, everybody? So in today's video, I'm going to be going over whether or not you should purchase a real estate program or a course. So I'm sure you've probably seen online, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, different real estate coaching programs that promise to teach you how to get rich in real estate, how to start flipping houses, how to become a real estate investor. So in this video, I'm going to tell you exactly what you need to know about purchasing a real estate program or course. All right, for starters, you absolutely do not need to buy any type of real estate program, book, seminar, coaching program, mentorship, or anything like that to be successful in real estate. I'm sure if you look around at the different real estate investors, you can find people that probably just started doing real estate investing, got an intuitive feel for it, learned from their mistakes, and became successful as real estate investors. Now, that being said, from my own personal experience, I've actually done numerous coaching programs and real estate courses and things like that, and I'll probably continue to do so because the way I see any real estate coaching program or course, it's an advantage. And as a real estate investor, you want as many advantages as possible going for you. So some of those advantages might be, hey, you're in a mentorship program, you're in a coaching program, or maybe you have a really good network, or maybe you have a lot of funding. There's different advantages that you should look for in the real estate business. And it's funny to me too, because there's a lot of real estate professionals that think they're like above any type of coaching program or course, or above any type of other like further education. When in reality, if you look at the top athletes, top CEOs, even the top real estate investors, they all have some type of coach, mentor, or maybe they're in a mastermind group, different things like that. Like LeBron James as a shooting coach, nutritionist, personal trainer, just probably 20 other different types of coaches. The top CEOs, they all have mentors and different coaches that they rely on just to give them an edge, give them a slight edge in the business. And I know from personal firsthand experience, some of the top real estate investors in the U.S., they're all in coaching programs or joined a coaching program, or at this point might have even started coaching programs. And they're all in mastermind groups. They all attend seminars. They're always like looking for ways to gain more advantage, over their competitors. And one thing I would add to that is even if you join like the worst coaching program of all time or the worst mentorship or whatever it may be, you're always going to learn at least one thing that will make you a better real estate investor. So, for me, if you're serious about the business, you should always be looking for, to further gain, more advantages and learn more and evolve as a real estate investor. Because a lot of people also think it's some crazy skill that only people on TV can do. And I actually heard Dan Kennedy say this. He said he was actually referred to actually becoming a millionaire, but you can actually apply this to real estate investing. It's a lot like learning how to fix a car's transmission. In other words, it's a learnable skill. It's not some made up skill. Real estate investing is very simple. You get a lot of leads, evaluate a lot of deals, and then a certain percentage of those are going to be good deals, and then you put them together and get the deal done. And he gives an example of Ron LeGrand. So Ron LeGrand actually used to be an auto mechanic, a car mechanic, and he saw an ad for a real estate program, how to get rich in real estate. And this was, I think, in the 80s or maybe even the 70s. And so he signed up for the class. I think it was like $200 or $500, took the class and started implementing what he was learning, and became one of the most successful real estate investors in the U.S. And now he still does real estate investing. You can actually look him up. But it's funny because he was like the auto mechanic turned real estate investor. And most people would think of auto mechanics as kind of like a blue collar type of thing. But if you're just willing to learn and work hard, it's not like real estate investing is some hugely complicated thing that you need an Ivy League degree and master's degrees and things like that. It's a learnable skill. And the way you learn it is through books, seminars, mentors, coaching programs, things like that. And it was funny too because Dan Kennedy said, how many other car mechanics back in the 70s or 80s saw that how to get rich in real estate ad, did nothing, and probably are still in the same position they are today. So if you actually just focus and apply yourself and seek out mentors and learn from these different programs, you can absolutely become a real estate investor and start doing deals. Now, if you don't want to purchase a real estate course or program, which is totally fine, like I mentioned, you don't have to. I think it is an advantage. One way of finding mentors and things like that and doing coaching is just listening to podcasts. There's hundreds and thousands of freely available real estate investing podcasts. And what you can do is just spend maybe a weekend. You can just call it a weekend seminar. Just listen to like 100 different podcasts. They're free. They interview real estate investors. They tell you exactly how they got started, how they find deals, what types of deals they're doing, mistakes they made, different things like that. So it's almost like having a consulting session with some of the top real estate investors from across the country. And another free way to get a mentor or join a coaching program, essentially, I mentioned this in some of my other videos, but just find the top real estate investors in your area and start sending them deals. So start sending them off-market deals. Like start doing marketing like direct mail, maybe bandit signs, maybe networking. Start looking for good off-market opportunities and send them to the top investors. And a lot of times they'll coach you on how to get the deal done. They might partner with you and they'll teach you a lot of tips along the way. So overall, I think real estate coaching programs, while there is a lot of hype and things like that around them, I think they're actually great. I'm in a real estate, I did a real estate coaching program. I continue to get mentors. I'm in a real estate mastermind. I continue to go to seminars. I continue to read books because I'm never going to learn everything there is to know. But at the same time, I want to be the best. I want to have every possible advantage. I want to learn every technique possible, just because a lot of times people don't know what they don't know. There's a lot of information out there that they just never got the information. They never learned how to buy a house at a discounted price and sell it at a high price. They never knew how to get 20, 50, 100 leads per month. And by joining these programs, you'll learn like specialized information that you would almost never learn in any traditional type of education. I was actually just looking at the curriculum of a master's degree program, and I was like, I wanted to do it because I think networking would be great, and it probably still would be great networking, but none of the stuff was really like applicable to me as a real estate investor. I mean, it kind of was, but I could just learn the same material from just reading books, and I probably wouldn't be as technical, and I was like, this just kind of seems like pointless. So overall, I think real estate coaching programs are great. I think, you absolutely don't need to join one, but I think they are valuable if you can. I would actually suggest joining one just because it will give you different advantages. You'll meet other people. You'll get into this whole like network of people that do real estate investing for a living. So it's a pretty cool niche, and you'll just learn. It'll open your eyes to just so much information that most people, even in the real estate industry, like just aren't even aware of. Like they just never got the information. And if they did, their business probably would look way different. So thanks for watching this video, and I would definitely recommend looking into different real estate coaching programs and courses and things like that. And the way to find a good program or course, just look at the testimonials. Just try to find a course or program that has like tons, hundreds, if not thousands of different testimonials. That's typically how you're going to find a good program. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe, please share, please like, and I will see you in the next one. All right, bye.